Hi everyone, and welcome to my console speedrun strategy guide for Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. In the last episode, we learned about skywalks and we took care of the wolf cave approach. So in this episode, we're gonna get the assault rifle. We also got the two most important skills for the early game in the last episode, which were pain tolerance and dirty tricks. So we're gonna start here at the camp. Gonna just make our way down here. It's a semi-stealth section, but this time we won't get punished for fucking up, so just run through it. It doesn't matter if they notice you. Try to not get hit. But apparently I'm doing a really bad job of that. Ignore all the arrows and ammo. You don't need them. So for these two guys, this is where they stand is absolute RNG. This is the absolute worst case because they block the way we want to run through. We have to basically tricky maneuver around them. Best case, they're standing completely on the left side, so don't worry about them at all. Just get through them. Scramble, 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 like always, and grab this rope. Grab this rope, thank you. To be fair, you have a extremely small chance to get shot off this rope. And if you do, the game will sort of fuck up and you're in sort of animation limbo. If that happens, just reload the checkpoint. But in around 200 runs, it only happened to me once. Okay, roll up here and open this pipe. Okay, just make our way through here. And now this is where things get tricky. So I will have to pause a lot and I will have to explain a lot. For the first part, we're just gonna roll. And as soon as we're near this guy, we want to jump. Ignore these two guys and get around this guy. And jump in here. Now, there is a really small chance that it's RNG. There is an enemy inside this room. If that happens, just completely ignore this guy. Do what you always would do. Jump up here and get into this room. Now, the game wants us to quote-unquote solve a riddle, and the riddle is opening this valve or destroying it, filling this room with gas, and then throwing in this oil lamp in here. So this takes a lot of time, so we're not gonna do this. The next thing we're gonna get is the assault rifle over there. And solving the riddle is gonna trigger an animation and blah blah blah. It's gonna trigger a cutscene. We're obviously not gonna do that. So we need to get into this room. This glass, sadly, is solid, so we can't just walk through it. We also can't clip through it, which is too bad. But we still have this door. And this door is really awesome because it's a complete mindfuck. The door itself exists, and you can't go through it. But we can clip through it with the normal back scrambling method. Like, you have to jump close to the door and then use a scramble. And then you can lunge through it. So let me just get back, because there's also another way we can do this. The door is solid, the glass is solid. However, the spot over the door, like this area here, I'm trying to carefully aim it. I'm kind of fucked up, but this square over the door is not solid. I don't know why this is. Maybe because the developer thought, hey, you can't get in there anyway. And as you can see, it's actually really tough to... It's not possible to jump in there. So you can give it a shot, but it's not going to work. However, there is a way we can jump and get in there. And this way is you're standing here, and you will notice you can't walk anymore forward, even though I'm pressing forward right now. But you can jump forward into the out of bounds. And when you jump forward into the out of bounds, and the second you hit, you jump again. And when you then mid-jump, aim for this spot and jump towards it, like aiming left and then forward, you can actually go through. It requires a little bit of training. So if you can consistently nail the door clip is definitely the better method. But you can see you can also just skip over the door. Let me just get back here. The thing I want to mention, like you can jump here, and then it's sort of a double jump, an out of bounds double jump. The thing about the door clip itself, like the method about the door clip, is that we can't get close enough to the door to clip. Because if you see this, there's quite a lot of distance between me and the door. So what we do in this case is we jump towards the door and aim down sight, so we don't move away from the door. Then we scramble backwards, and then we just do the lunge. Both methods will skip this door and will get you into this room. You can see the assault rifle is just lying on the ground there. There isn't an enemy that gets killed by a cutscene. You can just walk over there and grab it. You can actually scramble over there and grab it. And now here comes the really, really tricky part. Like, even when I played this game daily, I was not able to consistently get this. So practice it. It's really, really important. As soon as I go through this door, it's gonna trigger an event. And with this event, it's basically, spoiler alert, it's a trap, because a lot of guys will wait for you. Or will be waiting for you. The game will then put you again into slow motion. And you have to kill 4 specific enemies during the slow motion or shortly after the slow motion to trigger opening a door, which is on the far left of the room. Through this door, another group of enemies will come. You want to let them get into the room and then take the door they came through. If you, however, do not manage to kill 4 enemies, the specific 4 enemies during or shortly after the slow motion, you will have to probably have to kill a 5th guy. Gonna try to show it to you slowly. Okay, so kill the one on the left. Kill the one on the right. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. And if you don't make it, you have to kill this 5th guy over there who just cowers there right now. I can only tell you that you should really, really practice this. This is extremely important. And it's insanely hard for me because I suck at aiming. Don't use more than 2 shots per burst, because it will fuck up your aim. As you can see, it opened the door. The door you can't see right now. The guy who's most important for you to walk out of the room is the 1st guy. He's currently being in cover there. He has Molotovs. So as soon as this guy and his friends are out of the door, you wanna... Nope, I don't wanna do this. You wanna sprint past them. Don't pick up anything. Just have your machine gun, assault rifle out. Kill this guy. And now, we need to clip this door. And this is why we want to let the other guys run out of this room first, because then you have a little bit of time before they follow you. So, I'm doing this with the scramble and then lunge method. But you can also do it with the pause buffering method if that works better for you. But just know that if you're doing the pause buffering method, you need to lunge into the door, because otherwise Lara will crouch in front of the door, and it will probably not work. This is a really tough door clip, and it's completely possible that you die during this door clip because the guys will come too close. Practice this. This is one of the hardest parts in the early run. So if you're making your way down here, jump to the door, get your bow out, scramble, and then through the door. This is all you have to do. But it's really hard because you have to do it quickly. And I'm actually gonna go right here. You want to trigger this cutscene and skip it. Now, dude, what's your problem? What is your problem? You will make your way through this. To be fair, I'm gonna mention that you can out of bounds this, but it's terribly inconsistent, and I think it's frame rate dependent. And since it's inconsistent at 60 FPS, I'm pretty sure it won't work at all on 30 FPS. But if you want to give it a try, you want to jump behind this crate and aim back, and you want to try to go backwards. You want to try to get behind this wooden crate thingy, so you get pushed behind the console. But the game will try to push you inbounds, so it's pure luck if you make it, and it's, like I said, it's frame rate dependent. So if you're using the live streaming feature of your console, it might be that your frame rate is lower than the 60 or 30 you actually get. And this will cause you to not get it at all. It's not something I would go for in a run, because it only saves time when you get it quickly. But I'm just putting it out there in case you find a really good and really fast setup, which I was not able to in several hours. Because it has the potential, if you make it quickly, if you get quickly out of bounds, it has the potential of saving time. Because of all the set speed, side-scroller like thing we need to do. Again, so jump in here and move back and try to get behind this wooden crate. As you can see, it's not working for me. It's not one of the easier tricks, and it's one of the most recently found tricks. I kinda wanna get it now. Damn it, I shouldn't have started this. Okay, yeah, it's not working. So you wanna make if you do this, you wanna make your way behind the console, then jump on the wall, jump on the console, like do a wall jump, then get on this part, grab this latch, and just overjump the whole thing. But since you most likely won't be able to do this, you want to make your way into this steam pipe, room, wall, whatever, and just gonna press forward. It's a set speed, so it will always take you the same time.
That tower better work after all this.
And then you're just gonna press Y 3 times or triangle 3 times and get out of here. And admire the surroundings. Okay, next up is gonna be the biggest skip in the early game, and that's why I'm finishing this part right here, because it will take a lot of explanation and all that shit. So be sure to look forward for that on the next part. If you have any questions, especially regarding the assault rifle clip and the following door clip, feel free to post them in the comment section. I will try to help you and get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you on the next part where we're gonna do the signal tower skip.